Wow, we are finally here in this moment, ladies and gentlemen. We've been wanting to talk about today's topic since it happened. Literally. Like
we did talk about it, but
yeah, but we have limited some of our dialogue so we can like have it right now in person,
sure,
one-on-one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like I feel like we've both kind of like evolved and maybe went here and went there and like kind of, been in different places and looked at this in every single different way possible. But what are we talking about? Should you tell them? I know I didn't even say it yet.
Chris Rock versus Will Smith, or Will Smith versus Chris Rock, however you want to put it, whoever side you're on.
Right. And that's really what it comes down to. Like that's what it's telling me, is that like, depending on where you are in the world, like what you do for a living, like
your morality, your morale system,
like
your experience with bullying or diseases, or your empathy or sympathy, like it crosses the gamut.
Yeah, like are you a comedian? Have you ever done stand-up comedy? Have you ever played the dozens? Have you ever, you know what I mean? Like it's so many perspectives, and I think like even more so we'll discuss what happened and what we think and all that stuff, but for me it's more so this like really showed me once again like where we are as a society, like how we view everything. Like, I don't know where to start. Where do you want to start? How do you want to start this?
Well, first I want to say that I think the Oscars handled it badly. I wouldn't have had Will arrested, but I would have definitely had him kicked out.
Well,
because Chris was shook a little bit after. He was like, "Oh, now I'll present the award for best documentary." Like he was shook, but again, like everybody else is saying, like he handled it very well. I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? And I think the Oscars handled it poorly but I think because they knew he was going to win, they let him stay. So he can do his his speech or whatever and receive the award because he was there. But I don't think this was for ratings, because they still lost in ratings. You know what I mean? Like they still didn't add up to what they had, like, not last year or 2 years ago, but maybe like 3 years ago. Like they didn't sum up to their requirement. So
yeah, and I think a lot of people probably didn't actually watch the telecast. Like I actually went back and watched it to get like, because people in this day and age, they just watch the clips that go on social media.
Yeah, the highlights.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I wanted to get a feel for the tone. I wanted to see like, was Chris Rock out of line, and all that stuff. But anyways, before we get into that, like what you were saying about the Oscars, they made a statement today saying that they asked him to leave, but he refused. He refused to leave.
Wow.
And right. And that like right there, because I was
if they're telling the truth.
Right.
If they're telling the truth.
But he could very well be like, oh, they didn't say that. Or, they didn't ask me to leave, So, I mean, but they put it on record. They put it on statement.
They probably said, they probably asked like politely, not like, Will, why don't you leave? Kind of like, Will, do you want to leave? Are you okay? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, are you okay?
Yeah, the media can probably like spin it certain different ways, but it did seem like, well, they are saying that they gave him that choice, or they wanted him to leave, but they said he refused.
Yeah, well,
so I don't know. We'll see if more comes out about that, but because it was weird. Like he should have left. He should, like you said.
I would have left. I would have left if I smacked somebody in the face. I would have left.
Right. Like how?
Why do I want to see you? Why do I want to see you keep working? I
Yeah.
smacked you. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Hit and run.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, no, seriously. So I don't know. I don't like who should we just say off top who we think is in the right and who's in the wrong, and then we'll like go from there.
Sure.
Um, I think I would say that Will is definitely the guilty party here. I don't see Chris Rock as being a, you know, first of all, did Chris Rock even know she had alopecia?
I don't know, and who cares? It doesn't matter.
Right. Okay, that's true. You could take it from that point because for all these award shows, for presidential inaugurations,
Oh
or
my God.
not presidential inaugurations, but presidential dinners,
Yeah.
that press dinner, like the Grammys, like everybody gets roasted.
Man, all the time. All
Like
the time.
you or even if you go to a stand-up show, if you sit in the front, you're gonna get roasted.
You're
Like
done.
that's just the culture. Maybe we have to address that it's not a good culture. It's not a healthy culture. It might offend people.
I disagree.
Like, do we
There,
change that? Do we change? You know what I mean?
no, there's a video of Rodney King being at a comedy, stand-up comedy special, and every comic that went up, almost every comic went up, had jokes for him, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
And that's
right.
Rodney King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's way worse than whatever Jada got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got a beat down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly. No, but I mean,
And
that's
he
kind
was
of,
laughing.
yeah, like that's kind of our culture. Like I would even go as far as saying Black culture is, about clowning each other. You clown your friends, you clown your family members. Like all my cousins, my guy cousins mostly, when they get to, on group chat, they're like clowning each other. The dozens, people clown each other. Ciphers or, battle rap, you clown each other. Now, in a battle rap situation, I mean, people say some terrible stuff.
Yeah, I've seen and heard and been a witness to
You know what I'm saying?
bad
And if
battle raps.
right, and if you get all out of line, like I think I've seen a couple fights over the years, but it's very, very rare.
Yeah, there are
Because
guns drawn sometimes. People get knocked out. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
right. But I mean, majority of it, that doesn't happen.
No, majority of those, no, yeah.
Like, and if you do that, you're a bitch for that. Like, come on, like take your lumps, take that L.
Sensitive thugs need hugs.
Yeah.
I remember one of my friends before we became friends and we became familiar going into our friendship. He started off by saying, "Yo, we do mama jokes here, so if you ain't cool with it, let me know."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Bring it." Ain't no fear in me. Ain't no fear in me. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, we be back. All my friends would go back and forth, man. That's that. I ain't no bitch in me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was some simpy wimpy shit, man. From a 6'1", 200 something pounds man. But I also think it was mental. But we're good. I guess we'll get into that later.
Yeah. We'll get there. Like we're just gonna take it slow. We're gonna see. We're gonna take it slow. But so in that situation, it's a part of American culture, it's a part of Black culture to clown your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
like,
but in this situation, it's the comedian's job. That's why Oscars hire comedians to host, because look at the Ricky Gervais when he hosted, he killed everybody.
mm-hmm.
Nobody was safe. Like that was like the best roast I've ever seen, and it was or seen and heard, and it was amazing.
And it shows the comedian's brilliance. Like people love it. Like it's just been the way it is.
And then Comedy Central always has their celebrity roast. They roasted Bruce Willis, Justin Bieber. I think they did Trump. I'm not sure. before
Oh,
he was president.
yeah.
But during those celebrity roasts, when the comedian gets up or whatever, they go at everybody.
Everybody.
They still go at everybody.
Yes. And some people, like when you have specifically with the Oscars and award shows, when you're up for like, best actor, male best actor, like when you're nominated, they definitely go at you. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's kind of like a privilege that they're roasting you. That's how most people look at it.
I mean, I don't know
And
about
like,
that, but
no, it's true. It's true
it's
though.
a
Like,
privilege. Well, yeah,
I
I guess
mean,
if like Richard Pryor and I was sitting in the front, lit me up, I would have
yeah,
been honored. Yeah.
exactly. You know what
Paul
I'm saying?
Mooney or Eddie Murphy, anybody like that. Yeah, even Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, yeah, Bruce.
Chris Rock is my
Anybody.
top three. Chris Rock is my top three comedian, like hands down. Like I love Chris Rock's brilliance. I mean, even the joke that he did about G.I. Jane, it was weak, kind of. It was weak. It was a weak joke, And like I said, I don't think he knew she had alopecia. I think he was just referring to her being bald. You know what I mean? Or having a buzz cut. And to me, I didn't know she had a disease or alopecia or whatever.
Well, there's video of her saying she does have it, but yeah, I never saw
Yeah,
it
but
until today.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna be all up in her. Like I think I even follow her and I didn't know she had battles with that. Like I don't watch Red Table Talk. I'm not subscribed to anything that she has. So
I mean, for me, regardless of what she had, even if she had like chemo for cancer, like it was a light ass joke.
right.
It was a light joke.
Yeah. But it wasn't even, like to me, I don't even think it was about her hairstyle. I thought it was more about her like, like a feminist movement or so. I thought it was that. I don't know. Or, like a lot of women shave their heads to be empowered. There's people that like to buzz cut their hair, and she looks great. Like she
looks fantastic.
She has a beautiful shaved head. Like
I just thought as a Black woman, she shaved her head.
Right.
But again, it doesn't matter. It was a light ass joke. It didn't matter if she did it for style or cancer. Like it was a harmless joke.
It was a visual reference. Like,
and Will took it too far.
Yeah, but we'll get to that too. But like, I don't understand why people made it such a like he was coming for Black women or
protect Black women kind of thing.
Yeah, like everybody, like a lot of, I can't really say everyone because judging, I guess the public opinion by reading comments on the Shade Room. Like I can't really go by that, but I know it brought a lot of people out and made people be very vocal about it. I don't know, it just turned into like a race issue.
I think most Black people are very easily triggered because they're bored and they don't like their lives. And I think it's a psychological thing. And anything like this or anything with Black men, or when we start dating outside of our race, or we call, like when Kevin Samuels, calls out Black women, even though Black women call into his show, and he gives them the, ridicules them and tell them what they need to do and what they can't do, or, them making mistakes or whatever, and calling out their bullshit basically, then Black women start, pulling out, the attitude and the male chauvinist this and yada yada yada, all the bullshit rhetoric, man. That everybody, I get protecting Black women, I get that, but also, protect Black men. You know what I'm saying? And also, and with this situation here had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But Black women and Black women and women in general will always make it about themselves some way.
No, yeah, a lot of people I noticed were like kind of like projecting their lives
Oh
into this situation.
man, you
And
said
it's like, how does that even connect?
it.
You know what I mean? Like I saw so many people come out and say, yes, my mom has alopecia or, you know, whatever. Like my uncle, he does, you know, and we joke with him about stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like with it about his head being bald and it's, I don't know. It's like it is, but I mean, I guess the problem is that everyone feels that people attack Black women, you know, but
Which is not the
about their hair or
y'all women, black
their
women do it to
appearance.
themselves.
Yeah, no, that's
It's not even anybody else. Like if white people do say anything, it's questioning because they don't know the code, they don't know our culture, right? They don't know our hair. They're just questioning. The people who are going at black women are black women. Let's keep it 100.
well, no, it's yeah, it's both for sure. But you know, I just think I don't know. In this situation, I don't really feel like it should have been a racial thing.
Not at all. This was a man who needs therapy and needs help and who is a simp for his wife, and she made a face instead of just embracing the joke, and they both overreacted, and he went on stage and looked like a boo-boo the fool.
Yeah. No, he did definitely. Oh, and real quick before we move past this point, like Chris Rock, he did a documentary called Good Hair.
Yeah.
So people have to understand, like, he has two Black daughters. Like,
Mhm.
he wasn't coming at her. He wasn't trying to disrespect her because she's a Black woman or anything like that.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it was just roasting culture. So
Right.
that's kind of my perspective on that. But a
In
lot of
fact,
people,
he was going to keep on going, and he just want to throw that in real quick, and then kept
yeah.
on going. But then,
Right. And then people were saying like, oh, he kept going at her the whole, you know, he was saying stuff to them the whole night. Well, they were there. They were in the front row. That's what you do, people. Like the Academy Awards, every high level show that we have in America, you're getting roasted in
I'll
some
say
way.
this. I'll say this. Everybody who found what Chris Rock said to Jada Pinkett Smith wrong should never go to a stand-up comedy show. Should
Right.
never watch a comedy show on Netflix or Prime. Never watch comedy at all. Because
Right.
if you're that easily offended, you probably shouldn't be watching that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can skip the cancel culture bullshit.
Yeah.
So you can skip the protect all Black women bullshit rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the case.
Yeah. Not in this situation. I'll
Right,
say
and
not in this
most
situation.
likely you'll probably misinterpret something because you'll find it offensive and bring it back to you and your feelings. So you might as well not listen to comedy at all. How about
Right.
that? Save yourself the trouble.
Yeah.
Save
Yeah.
us Twitter comments. Okay,
Right.
save yourself the tweets because it sounds like you just want to complain about some shit that ain't got to do with shit. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You guys are bored at home. We all were stunned and surprised and bothered by it. I mean, when he yelled and stuff, I mean, I felt like my daddy was yelling at me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was like,
Because that was
I got triggered. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and
And
like
then-
that
so
was
I'm like,
deep.
yeah. So don't
Yeah, but
don't do it.
the other thing that I didn't really appreciate is like, okay, this just happened on Sunday. Today is Wednesday, and everybody's like, let it go. Like, why are you all, you guys are dragging it, and then a lot of people were coming out like saying, like Chris Rock is still processing what happened. People are coming out saying other fellow comedians and people that were at the show are saying that they are traumatized, and people are like, what? You're traumatized? How are you traumatized? Chris Rock, if anybody should be traumatized, he's not traumatized because he didn't press charges. Do you guys like what?
I mean, I agree. I kind of agree with that, but keep going.
No, but I mean, like, he was slapped in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure his emotions are going back and forth between anger, between feeling like he should have did something
Regret.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he was literally shocked because, like, he kind of did get stolen on by, like, I don't think he thought Will Smith was coming to slap him.
No, of course not. Of course not.
You know what I mean? He didn't
Yes.
think Will Smith was going to slap him.
No. He thought he leaned. People think it was fake because he leaned in. He thought that Will was going to say something in his ear or some stupid shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why he leaned in. People who think this is fake are also retarded. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You
But
can't really say
I'm,
that.
I mean,
You
I'm
say
not
that,
gonna
I guess.
lie. Yeah, at first I thought it was possibly set up, but quickly thereafter I realized that it
Why
wasn't.
would Chris Rock want to purposely embarrass himself for
Right.
Oscar ratings? Yes, please, slap me, punch me in the stomach, and you walk off, like nothing happened. Yes,
Right.
please embarrass me for the
Yeah.
sake of the Oscars
Exactly.
and my ticket sales. Yeah,
Exactly.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, Hollywood does some crazy things, but this was not a setup.
Yeah, Chris is New York or East Coast. He's not Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will Smith
yeah.
is Hollywood.
Yes, absolutely. But like, and then the thing with the slap, like, so many people are downplaying the slap. And that shows me that, like, our society is so into violence. Like, they like, that doesn't even faze people. Like, they're just like, oh, Will Smith slapped him, no big deal, carry on.
These
You
people
know?
have never been, to me, probably never been in a physical altercation, probably never been slapped awkwardly like that, and probably just never seen that in real life. You know what I mean? Never been on the either side of the palms. So it's easy to say that, but like for me, I don't think it traumatized me, but it definitely like brought back some memories. That's what I mean. We can go into that later as far as like personally, but like, I mean, so it didn't. I mean, it didn't. I think traumatizing is a little bit melodramatic. I think it's more of just like shocking. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you watch that and you can't sleep at night, then you need therapy.
Yeah. I mean,
if that's possible. But other than that, like for me personally, I can see how people could take it lightly, but not. I think traumatized is a little bit too far.
but just think about if you were there. Say you were in the audience. You're a peer. You're of Will Smith. Will Smith has had that squeaky clean, good boy image for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And like, just the fact that he got up out of his seat during a broadcast,
The
a live
audacity.
broadcast, walked all the way over to Chris Rock, slapped him, went back to his seat, and sat there like nothing happened. You know what I mean?
They say he got that from his Scientology days, because I guess in one of the classes, if you want to discipline somebody, you slap them.
Wow. Are you serious?
That's what I heard.
That's fact.
Yeah, because they both used to be in Scientology for
Right, exactly. So
the classes they go through, you get the smack. I guess I never been to a Scientology.
Yeah, like, I mean, and then the whole thing, like, breaking down, like, why did he slap him and not punch him?
Because
You
he
know
didn't
what I
want to. He didn't want to, like, do damage. It's kind of like how dare you?
Yeah, it was a disrespect. It was definitely a disrespect for him to just slap Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Chris Rock rather have been punched than slapped. You know what I mean? Like a 5-finger just pow, like slapped him like he was nothing. And to me, and like a lot of who Will Smith is came out in that moment.
So you
For
think he
me.
should have got snuffed?
Well, I mean,
because slapping somebody is more of like a woman thing, or like a
it's just like a
thing.
Yeah, it's like a disrespect. Like
On whose part?
on Will Smith's part to Chris.
Yes, that was the point. So okay, then mission accomplished then.
Yeah, but come on, like you just and you just don't do that. Like this, I mean, this also shows me that a lot of people don't respect academies, like the old traditional American, like things that we have in place that are ran by boards, and there's ethics and all that kind of stuff. Like people just do not have respect for authority. Like I don't know, I just everything that I've been hearing the last few days, like people just don't respect anything that we have.
But like what do you mean? Like who are these people?
It's just on random forums and stuff.
What are they saying that you're saying that they don't respect?
Like for them to just be like, oh, he just slapped him. He just went up there and slapped him. But come on, people, like you don't get up out of your seat at the Oscars, at the Academy Awards.
Yeah, is that
you know what I mean?
It
wasn't like you're just at a nightclub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is like
worldwide.
Prestigious. This is like a prestigious.
This is international. Like Japanese.
Everybody was watching. Yeah. Everybody, like, look how fast it spread. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just everybody just saying that it
faster than the COVID.
Yeah. Like it just didn't. People just I don't know. There's no etiquettes. Like people don't respect etiquettes anymore. People don't respect codes anymore. Even if you just want to go to like a street level, like how everybody says like gangs aren't even organized the same anymore. There's no, ranks and codes. And
I mean, you got people, Crips with blood names, flame names, like everybody's wearing, color different. They're opposite colors. So yeah, it's there's no,
you know what I mean? Like
the rules are gone.
Yeah, there's blurred lines, like, and there's so many people who think what Will did was okay. And my initial thing was, what if my niece, because my brother, I guess he texted my mom and was like, did you just see that? And so that means my niece and nephew were watching the Oscars. You know what I mean? And like, how do you explain that? Like, I mean, of course they know what happened, but like, there has to be a dialogue where people need to know that's not okay.
See, even with that said, I think him slapping instead of punching,
but it's still assault.
I know, but it still made it softer. You know what I mean? Like your kid's not going to be punching anybody anytime soon. Like
well, they might be slapping them.
Maybe he'll slap. I mean, it's better than getting punched in the face. I'd rather get slapped than punched.
I don't know. It's still
assault. It's still assault. Yes.
Like however you look at it, like I was just going deep with that, but it's still assault. Okay. You can't just slap people. And then like, bro, like what were you thinking? And why did Jada let him go up on the stage? Yes, protect Black women, but come on, we gotta protect our Black men too.
Yeah, especially us, because sometimes we do stupid shit.
Right.
Case in point.
Yes, a woman is supposed to comfort her man, to give her man wisdom, and to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
I mean, to be honest, maybe she liked it. She probably liked it. Pussy wet all night. To be 100% real with you.
But I mean, how do you like that? In all your red table talks, you're talking about being a healer and talking about, kumbaya.
That ain't got nothing to do with the bedroom, though. That ain't got nothing to do with the bedroom or a relationship with a lover. She probably.
But wait, what was your point? What do you mean?
I'm saying we're talking about protecting Black men. She probably wanted him to do that. She probably wanted the smoke. That's why she rolled her eyes at the joke. She was like, oh, okay, whatever. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And then Will, who knows? Because there's no point where people are saying that Jada said sink him, but who knows? Like,
Who
because
knows if she has a control on him like
because
that?
that's what I'm saying is who knows, because
Yeah, that's true.
the camera wasn't on him. You just saw like him just getting up. It went straight to Chris right after the
Yeah,
joke. Right, it
it
went
was
from Chris with the joke to Jada.
no. It went from
Will,
Chris to Will to Jada, and then it was back to
well,
Chris.
okay, and then but Will's laughing. Jada's like rolling her eyes or whatever. Went back to Chris, and then all of a sudden, wider
He's on the
screen,
stage.
see
Yeah.
Will on stage. So who knows what Jada said? Because even with the eye, Will wasn't looking at her. He was looking at Chris. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she said anything. She probably just gave him that look that she's given him in the past. Like, you don't protect me. You don't stand up for me. Because there's a lot of marriages. Seriously, there's a lot of marriages that women tell their man they don't feel that you're protecting me, or, they're very vocal about that. So I'm sure they've had arguments, and it's just a crazy marriage dynamic. She probably just looked at him. He probably just saw that she was very unhappy with him. And he was like, oh no, I'm not about to go through this again. And then he snapped. He like freaking snapped, dude.
Oh,
like
man, I gotta ride in the car with this lady.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think he literally snapped. And the sad part about it is that his mom and all her knitting buddies were like at home watching him do this, and she never seen her son like that.
Never seen like. Well, the thing about Will in this history was, what part of his therapy, one of his therapy situations, which he has discussed, and if you read the book that you have, you probably read about it. You're gonna shine it. You're gonna show it.
Will
that'll explain everything to you. Is that because his dad was abusive, I guess he never was able to protect his mom. You know what I'm saying? And probably in the movie sparked something to where he was able to protect. He was able to what do you call it? Like, establish himself through the movie by playing this character who did, I guess, protect his daughters in every way possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then having his own kids, and then going through all the drama with Jada, this probably just struck. You know what I'm saying? Like all the open relationships and August Alsina and Tupac and whoever else Jada had in her pocket and threw in Will's face. I mean, this all came out in the palm of his hand, and Chris was just the unlucky person to receive it.
Yeah, no, you're right. He has a lot of issues. He definitely has a lot of issues.
Yep. So,
and
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he definitely snapped, and it was more than just a joke. There were so many dynamics at play,
So for Chris, I feel more empathy because I've been in an awkward situation. I've been punched in the face and I couldn't react fast enough because they were, it was going, or I was getting jumped. And then another situation where I got attacked by a homeless person, you know what I mean? Just out of the blue. And then what do you do in front of all these random people who are like running like a bomb went off or something, it's like, do I hurt this guy or not? Because he's drunk, he's out of his mind. He probably doesn't even know who I am. He won't remember me, obviously, if I see him again. It's just a random, kick, you know what I mean? That didn't hurt me, but it did get me riled up. You know what I mean? So it's like, and as a kid, and with Chris too, like if you listen to, David Spade, pod interviews and stuff like that, and Howard Stern interview, he's been bullied all his life as a kid, and so have I. I've been bullied as a child, and he snapped and I snapped. My homeboy told me one story. He snapped. He brought a gun to school. You know what I mean? So imagine being, 50 or in your 50s, you have to relive this trauma again. You know what I'm saying? So, Will's the bully and smacks him. Chris is stunned, and like, what do? You be a gentleman and you keep going. You know what I'm saying? And they say, because of Will's stature and physical attributes and stuff, and Chris's, smaller frame, Will was the bully. And then there's the hypothetical, if this was Dave, if this was, whoever, Kevin Hart even said, somebody asked him if that was you, he said he wouldn't have done that to me because Philly or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? He might have, because he was smaller.
Right. And Chris even has to deal with all that. You know what I mean? People saying
like came back. Trauma came back.
Yeah, like that video that you sent me where it showed Chris Rock beating him up. That was hilarious.
An alternate universe.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This is heavy. This is so heavy.
It's heavy in both parties because they're both reliving trauma. This wasn't like,
But I don't know if Chris Rock
this wasn't like Will being a bully on purpose. This was Will,
but it seemed premeditated.
Himself. It's more like he's expressing himself because he's angry, and he's trying to. He's thought he was protecting someone.
Yeah, but the problem for me is just the fact that he felt like it was okay to get up, to walk up there, slap him, walk back, fix his jacket, sit down, cross his legs.
But see, that's like Kanye getting up thinking he can stop Taylor Swift's,
Well, Kanye was on Hennessy. So was Will on something? Was Will on some pills? He didn't look like he was drunk.
Does it matter though? Like, even if you're on Hennessy, and if alcohol related, you're still dumbing down yourself. You're still getting yourself in a mood because you don't want to be yourself in public. I mean, to me, that's something mentally disturbing. And being sober is even worse because you're coherent to what you're doing.
But I don't know if he was sober.
But your wife is enabling.
Yeah.
Who wasn't sober?
Well, I mean, as far as he's on some fame monster type stuff. Because
you're on some $1 million shit. Yeah, the audacity that you have to get up on there in a live show. Thinking you can do that and get away with it or whatever.
Right. Like, and then just the thought process of the fact that you assaulted somebody on international TV, and you think there's going to be no repercussions for that?
But the words you said earlier is what sums it up. He snapped. You know what I'm saying? These people are mentally disturbed. Your wife is an enabler. Yeah. You thought you were protecting the Black woman, but the Black woman didn't get shit about. How many brothers we got in jail, in the hospital, got scars on them, on their faces, had to do prison time, had to pay fines because of some woman who started some shit or lied, or you know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be somebody you love. I think you're supposed to protect me. Like, how many women be like, oh, if my man don't get in a fight for me, then they ain't my man. Like, why do you want me to get harmed for you?
Yeah.
Why? That makes no sense. I used to date a chick like that who she was gonna go to this party and cause trouble on purpose, and I was like, I'm not going to the party just for you to start some shit purposely. And she was like, yo, well, if you don't come, then you don't love me. And I'm like, bye. I guess not.
Right.
I'm not trying to fight like for you. Two of your brothers and two other strangers for you just because you want to act up. That don't make no sense at all.
No, it's immaturity. It's selfishness. It's self-centeredness. It's harlotry. Like,
it's ego. It's all of that. It's ignorance. It's arrogance. It's disturbing.
And I mean, like, Jada, definitely has Will around her finger. You know what I mean? And she's a beautiful woman, so she lives by a different code. You know what I'm saying? So her whole life.
What code is that? What you mean?
Like, she's been able to just do whatever she wants with her life.
Okay.
based off of her looks. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking
Pretty
about it.
privilege.
Yes, pretty privileged. There you go. You know what I mean? And pretty women, they get to do, they make men do a lot of crazy things. And
They get
men,
away with stuff. Yeah, they get away with a
yeah,
lot of stuff.
you know,
But we could,
and
because we let it though, because we don't have any dignity. You know what I
well,
mean? We
you
don't
go so
have any
far to try
value.
to please. You want to please
Yeah,
that woman.
man,
You know what I mean?
100%.
And think about Will, like I don't know their whole entire story,
Of course,
but
we all don't. Yeah.
right, you know what I mean? But you've heard things over the years about them and their relationship, and basically how, I mean, she had an entanglement with August Alsina. She, I guess on a show, she said she liked Tupac more than him or something, or she cared about Tupac, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just totally emasculated. Is that what you say? Emasculated?
Emasculated.
Yeah, emasculated Will like over the years. Because Will, you know, he's this big time, was a big time rapper, then became a huge actor, you know, and had and a humanitarian and a philanthropist and all this stuff, but yet you still can't please your woman. That has to put some kind of, you know, uh some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Some kind of effect on the man, you know what I mean? And his manhood and like he can't please you, but I'm this a critically acclaimed, amazing man to the world, but you, I can't make you happy. You know?
Even on the Red Table Talk when it was just them, I think she said something like, because of the entanglement, she did it because she hasn't been happy in a
Right.
long time.
Exactly.
Like, let's just get a divorce. What are we doing? You got your own money. You got your Matrix money. I got my whatever, everything money, you know? So like, what are we doing? Like, let's just, I don't understand. Like, I mean, you don't have to stay for the kids. The kids are grown.
They're
You know what I'm
grown.
saying? Like, what do you stand for? Like, do you like being treated this way?
Maybe.
Do you like being emasculated?
Maybe.
Because
Hey,
now you fucked up for real.
yeah, and you know, over the years, people say they were swingers, and you know, they currently have an open relationship and all that.
That makes no
But
sense to me. Just get a divorce. Jada's tired of your dick. She wants some young
but it
dick.
may
She
not
got
even
it.
be that. It may not even be that. It's just the fact that she might be greedy and she just wants every dude, and she's like looking for her happiness
She's like Erica Badu.
and so many other things. You know what I mean?
She like different dick. Well,
Stop.
they say she said her even I think with her mom and stuff like that, like they weren't into conventional marriages.
Right, all
Like
that
she didn't
weirdo
want
stuff.
this. Like she didn't want the marriage. Like, you know, Will wanted it more.
Mhm.
So I mean,
I believe that, and you can't change people. I'm sorry. And Will, he might be the type of person who just didn't want to give up because he's achieved so much success in so many other areas.
yeah.
He probably didn't want to throw his family away.
And then
And
Jada was probably like, "Oh, let me try to be normal and go through this, have kids, go through this, yada yada yada." And then
she
nope,
was
it
like a
didn't
rock
work.
star. You know what I mean? Like Jada, she was like a rock star. She wanted to be
Yeah,
a rocker.
yeah, she had wicked wisdom.
Yeah, so
That's the
she
name of
was
her band.
definitely, yeah, she was rebellious. She wasn't trying to just sit at home and look at one man for the rest of her
Yeah,
life.
she's an artist. She's an actress. She's a musician,
Yeah.
singer. So yeah, I mean, but she did all those things though. So I mean, it wasn't like Will held her back from all the stuff that she wanted to do, other
No,
than like
absolutely
having
not.
kids. I mean,
Yeah.
she's on one of the biggest franchises. You know what I'm saying? She's on other shows. You know what I'm saying? She's successful. She's not like she
But I
can't
mean,
get work. She's getting work. They're both getting work.
yeah, but he's way more
I know, but if
successful.
I'm saying if they split and she was on her own, she'd be fine.
Yeah, she would
Right?
be
You know what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah.
They don't even have no like, what do you call it? Alimony or
A
nothing,
prenup.
prenup or anything. They don't need any of that because she got her own money. She's good.
Yeah. One thing now that you bring that up, like I know she did that show Girls Trip, because I was trying to think what was the last show she really did. But the one that came to mind is Girls Trip, and she was on that with you know, Queen
Tiffany
Latifah,
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish. But what I thought was very interesting is that Tiffany Haddish felt like what Will did was a good thing, and I'm like, dang, but you're a comedian.
Yeah, but look
Like
at
how,
her track record.
yeah, but I mean, still, like her being a comedian, and she thought it was okay that Will went up there and slapped Chris Rock for saying a subpar joke.
Yeah, but see, this is what's going on. Women are living in the Disney fairy tale fantasy. Y'all want your man in shining armor to protect you from evil, and
yeah, protect me from evil, don't cause evil. Like Will
but for
literally
her
caused
that was evil because your woman felt a certain way about what somebody said. That man's evil. So what do? You grab your sword and shield and you protect me.
Yeah,
or
but
else.
it's just words. Like there was no, I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, words are hurtful and you don't forget words, and they could stay in your brain forever or whatever. But it was just like that what he did was so weak to me.
I mean, even with me as a bully victim and being like roasted with the intention of hurting, like I feel nothing of what he said. Even when I see roasts and stuff like that, according to sensitive, oversensitive people, I should probably feel the same way. Oh, Chris went too far. Yeah. No, it was a joke. I know how to take jokes. Thank God for my friends and our mama jokes and our dozens and teaching me how to be a man basically amongst my peers. You know what I'm saying? Because it made me have tougher skin.
Yeah, it's like a rites of passage to get clowned. Like
you guys need to go back to high school, maybe get made fun of some more or something. I don't know, because that's just weird to me. That's just, don't go to a comedy show.
Yeah, like for me, like if he was protecting Jada, he could have very well just been like, man, shut the fuck up. But you gonna walk
or
up
just
there
waited later, and deal with it later.
And plot if you got to do all that. But
somebody said he could have just like waited till everything not died down, but after Questlove got his award. Congratulations to Questlove, by the way.
Right.
With the beautiful documentary. And then he could, if Will had to get up by any time, should have been that time, and then went to go back and talk to Chris and tell him to apologize. That's it. And if Chris said yes or no, he would have smacked him there behind curtains. Or maybe Chris would have came out and said, yo, Jada, I apologize, yada yada yada, on with the show.
Why would he have to? Why would he have to apologize though?
Well, because that's your acquaintance, and if Jada felt a certain way, if Jada really did feel a certain way, I would have done the same thing. If Jada felt a certain way, I would apologize too. Because I don't want to burn bridges. You know what I mean? And I don't have no beef with anybody if they feel some kind of way, and enough for them to come behind backstage to tell me, then I would make effort to say something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But not at this point. Hell no. After how everything went down, no.
What do you mean now? Oh, yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Chris Rock shouldn't have to. I mean, he could be like, oh, sorry you were offended, but this is a show where I was hired to roast you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Regina King got in some licks earlier, right? She said some stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like
you gonna smack Regina?
Right, and people want to say, "Oh,
was that okay because you all were on girls' trip?"
Right. Yeah, like she literally was kind of like, "Oh, Jada." What she said was basically she was calling men up on stage that she wanted to like have sex with. Like it was her whole like sketch or whatever. And she was like, yeah, Jada, you approved it. You said it's okay. So Will, come on, you can make it. Even though you're married, you can come on out. You know what I mean? So it's like that to me was a little bit more harsh than calling her G.I. Jane, But Regina and Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes, they all went at everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole like I told you that first joke was
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was this white dude and they basically called him ugly.
Yeah.
And he kind of was just like, he wasn't happy about
Yeah.
it,
He didn't
but he
age
didn't go
well
up there
during the
and
pandemic or
slap
something.
them,
Yeah.
you
Because he got sense.
But all these years, like I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like Will Smith has always been not a role model, but somebody who I thought had morals.
No, a positive role model, a positive
Exactly.
enforcement of doing how to, doing good, and him, jumping out of planes and living life in between movies, and
Yeah.
him like showcasing his family, and supporting his wife with his red table talk, and supporting his kids and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like the
He was
perfect dad.
black excellence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like black excellence that has made it to the A++ level of the world, or
Now
of
he's almost
America.
now he's like a disappointment, like Russell Simmons and Bill Cosby and R.
Yeah.
Kelly. Like it's
Yeah.
another one bites the dust, man.
Yeah. Pride before the fall. That's what they say. That's what they tell me. But like I don't know. I won't say like I'm canceling him or anything like that, but and he's not gonna be canceled because so many people are very approving of what he did. And then, but I mean, I feel like America is split.
I think America's, and a lot of people are taking it to heart though. Like you mentioned earlier, the comedians, like Chris Delfino, Andrew Santino, Tom Segura, and the worst was like Andrew Schultz just nailing them, just letting them have it, man, on Twitter.
Really?
and in Flagrant 2 on Andrew Schultz podcast, his monologue, if you get a chance, he goes in. It's bad. It's good, but it's
On
bad.
Will Smith? On Will Smith?
All of them, everybody. Yeah. Because these are comedians sticking up for Chris. All these people love Chris, and plus it's it's comedians, dignity. You know what I'm saying? They're what do you call it? I can't
like that's just what they do. That's what they
Yes, that's their job. And then like now everybody has to, because Andrew Schultz wore
walk on eggshells.
Andrew Schultz had armor on, literally, in his
Stupid.
monologue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
No,
he was
it's
talking
true.
mad shit.
Damn. No, but it's true though. Like literally, Will Smith definitely probably empowered people to assault comedians
and hecklers, and like to go maybe even further.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Comedy clubs are going to have to like ante up on the security.
Yeah, because people are going to really think it's okay. Like not rational people, but irrational people are going to think it's okay to stop.
I mean, what do you do when a comedian's part of his repertoire is crowd working, and if you were in a crowd and you offend somebody, and they get offended, that's all. You came to the show. Don't look. If you're oversensitive, do not go to a comedy show.
Yeah, okay? They're gonna get on you.
Do not go.
Yeah.
To save everybody time and jail time and money, don't go. Yeah. Simple as that. Don't be a Will Smith.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like
you look like Boo Boo the Food.
And then what was crazy, like, okay, yeah, of course, yeah, he went and sat down, and he and then like maybe 30 minutes later, or just everything that happened like overshadowed all the good things that happened. Like, Questlove winning the documentary award for Summer of Soul. And I think you said Samuel Jackson.
First Oscar.
Won his first Oscar. Didn't hear nothing about that.
Willa Packer, the black man.
Produced
the show.
It was an all black production, and producer, like just so many great opportunities for, goodness. But it was the Will Smith show. And even his acceptance speech for winning, or even overshadowing the movie that he won the award for. Like, I feel like they didn't get to have their moment. Nobody got to really enjoy the night. Like he
just brought everything down.
He messed up a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
from his poor decision.
Yeah. I like
And
Jim Carrey and Joe Rogan's response to it, but yeah.
oh yeah,
And
no
Stephen
people.
A. Smith.
Oh yeah, he had a good one.
And
Yeah.
there was this guy named Shannon.
Oh,
Supposed
Shannon
to-
Sharp.
Yeah.
He had
went
a good
in.
one. He did.
Yeah.
And
Everybody. I went through the rabbit hole, man. Like everybody's commentary had some legitimate, was somewhat legit, and you know, you know, I'm glad race wasn't really involved unless they were black people talking about it, because you know, black people will be like, "Oh, that was me," you know what I'm
right.
saying. But other than that, like when I hear white people, it's not race. It got nothing to do with color, and
Yeah,
everything
no.
to do with disrespect
Yeah.
and the audacity.
And mental illness, I would
Mental
think.
illness, therapy. Yep.
And just trauma and just poor decision making.
Yeah.
And
They always throw in the open marriage and August and you
yeah.
know all that stuff, and it's messed up. I think he's a simp. I think he was a functioning simp until Sunday night,
Yeah.
because there's no way I'm going to, you know, let you date somebody, especially somebody younger than me. Man, I'm gonna feel some type of way, you know. I'm gonna feel inadequate. You know what I'm saying? Like they were on red carpets together. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
are you coming back to me? You know? Like
Yeah.
August even said, like, me and Will had a conversation, like it was okay. You know?
Right. But yeah, but he said it wasn't like he didn't approve of it. It was just because they weren't together at that moment. It sounded like they were separated or whatever.
Sure. I
You
mean,
know?
there's a movie with Ben Affleck called Deep Water. It's like reminds me of that.
Oh,
I mean, they went too far in the movie.
right.
But
Who says Will Smith wouldn't go to that level?
I know right now.
Like he's at his lowest point. He had his lowest and highest point within like an hour of each other. That's what kind of trips me out. Cause like he, you know, like he's always wanted to be, you know, accepted by his peers. And so many
Yes.
approved of him slapping Chris Rock. So many rap dudes, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah, but how old are they?
yeah, they were a lot of the younger generation. Like the baby.
Like
Like
this generation is so sensitive, and I think I blame that on social media.
yeah. But this generation also is very violent. Like people don't realize that it is wrong to assault people. Like I've come to that realization. And you know, I don't know. He just
Well, there's a lot of brothers and sisters in jail who for thinking the same way. So keep
yeah.
going.
But Will Smith, of course, because he's wealthy and famous, that combination is deadly. And you know, there's different law systems for the wealthy and those that are, you know, not wealthy. They can get away with murder. You know, they get away with so much.
Or they'll serve time and serve like 1/4. Is it 1/4 of it? Like if they had like 6 months, they'll serve like 1 month to 3 months.
Yeah, they just gotta pay somebody off. You know what I mean? Like there's
no, just for being celebrities. Like that's it. They were off on good behavior, serving 1 month. I remember Vince Neil got his from Poison. He got in his car accident, killed somebody.
yeah.
And he only served like maybe 6 months, a few months or something out of his sentence.
Well, they have great lawyers. They have better lawyers. They have all that. And of course, their privilege and their wealthy privilege and all that stuff. But
I'm sorry, Vince Neil's from Motley Crue. Brett's from Poison. Keep going.
yeah. So
Yeah. So what do you think they should? Each party should go from after this? What's the
after
future look like?
this, I feel like
advice.
little goofy Jada said, "Oh, we gotta take moments to heal." Girl, you're healing all the time, so you're clearly making bad decisions too often. Because like people, you got to learn from your mistakes at some point. You can't just always be in moments of healing. You know what I mean? Like you got to change something because you're doing something wrong, clearly, if you always got to heal. Like, no. I think she needs to go sit down somewhere and don't make this about herself. Will Smith, like you brought it up to me, like it's a good point. Like I just kind of feel that, like I was saying, he had his greatest and his lowest moments in the same night. And it's a lot to process and it's a lot for him. I think he's probably taking it harder and being harder on himself than a lot of people in the world, because this isn't the image that he wants to put out into the world. Like he did, like even in his acceptance speech, he was like, "I want to be loved." You know, he was all crying and all that stuff, and he, I don't know, he just thinks very, very highly of himself, and I personally think he should leave Jada. That I think that would be healthy for him. He's given her so much. He's tried, and he still can't get it right. You know, because she'll probably be mad at him for something from all this. You know, and I think for his peace of mind, his health, he shouldn't go his separate ways because this lady is clearly making him make terrible decisions. And he don't need that. And Chris Rock, like he made a statement today at his show. He had a stand-up show, I guess, last night, and he said that he's really still processing. So I think he just needs to go ahead and get his money with these shows that he's, you know, and milk it. You know, don't make statements yet. Let people come to the shows and get it from you firsthand. You know, I think after he sells out a few shows, he'll probably start talking about it more. But he was saying that he also had to like switch up all his jokes. So he's going through a lot. He's going through a lot. Yes, he just got slapped, but that's a lot to take in front of millions of people. Especially, I know he has regret. He probably has regret from not knocking him out or fighting or doing something. But it caught him off guard. And he had enough sense to know that kids are watching, the world is watching. Let me not fight another Black man on TV. You know what I mean? So I just hope he just, I don't know, maybe he might even cancel his tour. Who knows? Who knows how this is going to affect everyone? Like this is traumatic. You know, like I just feel like if I was actually at the Oscars, it would probably impact me much more. And it's a lot for people to make judgments of those people who were actually there and witnessed everything and was in that moment of awkwardness. And like I did see on Twitter too, this one guy said he was the bartender. He was a bartender for it. And after the Will Smith thing, like people stopped drinking. People just stopped. You know, he ruined a lot. He ruined the whole vibe from his poor decision. And unfortunately, he has to deal with it. And I'm sure he'll make some funny videos and then, you know, things will go back to normal eventually. But I don't know.
I hope his first opener is when Chris Rock is like you know, hey man, Chris Rock. Shh. Hey, so y'all see the Oscars? Or who saw the Oscars?
Yeah, I don't know. And he looked like he was gonna cry. Like to me, it didn't seem like he handled it well. I mean, he didn't knock him out or fight Will, but to me, he seemed like he was on the verge of tears and just like sad, you know?
No,
Like just probably so angry. Like his eyes were kind of like glistening, you know?
He just shook. I don't think
yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't know, maybe not cry, but he definitely was shooken up. He was shaken up for sure. He was shook. He was shook, you know?
I think I think Will and Jada should separate. I think they should get a divorce. I think Will should disappear for a while. But I think he should be with fam, like maybe his mom, just
Some
for
real people, not
for
Hollywood. Yeah.
for suicide prevention stuff. I think Jada needs to just leave him alone, move on, deal with her alopecia.
Right. Because it's like, what's going to happen next? What's the next thing that they get into with each other? Or, like, yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
And then, can start the table talk, just chill for like the rest of the year, to be honest. Do what Russell Simmons did, just disappear and go to Indonesia or something, and
go do your yoga,
and do yoga in Bali or some shit.
Like really heal. Like really, really heal. Don't,
because you guys are like oil and vinegar, man, like water and vinegar or whatever. Like you're not doing each other favors. You guys might be like best friends or whatever and have kids, but the kids are grown. You guys toxic. Are grown. Man, you guys, it's toxic. Like y'all need to stop. And for Chris, man, just like you said, get your money, say what you gotta say. Comedy is therapeutic. Hopefully every show can be cathartic, and just get your views out. And don't apologize for what you did or what you said. You did the right thing because you're the host of the show, and you kept the show going. And of course you were shook. We all would have been shook. We all would have been, stunned, like what to do, because do you act like a nigga in front of all these white people, or do you act like a gentleman? And you, sir, acted like a gentleman. You did the right thing. Nobody is clowning you. And if they are pussies. They suck. They are the ignorant ones. They will be the ones who go to prison. They'll be the ones paying the fine and getting shot and getting stabbed. You, sir, got a family, making your money. You're still one of the best who ever did it in comedy. You are a GOAT, and you did the right thing. No real man is calling you a sucker because you were perfect.
You didn't fight back.
Gentleman. Yeah, because you didn't fight back. You were a gentleman, and you did your thing. And you made us as Black men look good. Like that's how you recoup. That's what a man does. When you get back to your job, that wasn't your fault. That was a man who was going through some things, and that had nothing to do with you. The joke had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, because I did wonder, like, did they have some kind of history, like, or over the years, was there problems for Will to be that mad? Like, there was no reason for him to be that bad at all.
So I would say just Chris, like in the future, just do the rest of the shows. I mean, he also has a show with Kevin Hart. I don't know, maybe not. Don't do those. Do the 3 that you have coming up, because today is a Wednesday in March, and like Stacey said, he had a show yesterday, and the Oscars were on Sunday. I would say do those 3 and maybe just relax, man. Go get therapy, be with your family, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Disappear.
Yeah. Do you think he should have pressed charges?
No. That's the other part I'm glad he didn't do. He no. For what? For what? To put another Black man in prison for a slap, for something, for some mental situation he's going through. He needs therapy.
Yeah,
put him in a halfway house.
He was definitely a real friend. Crazy. Yeah, he definitely was. I don't know if he's a friend, but he was definitely a peer in that moment where he didn't want anything bad to happen to Will, But
I don't know. Like I said, he shouldn't be arrested. He should have been kicked out.
Yeah,
that's the Oscars. He should have been kicked out.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. They would have been.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that statement. I know you. I know what you said, and you got that from. I don't believe them.
If he would have won, they could have just easily said, "Oh, Will Smith will not be here this evening." But I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to accept the award on his behalf. That's all they had to do. They should have got him up out of there, but they allowed them 2 psychos to sit there and act like nothing happened. And then when I saw Will at the after party all dancing with his Oscar,
I know it kind of made it worse.
I was like, you how could
He's
you
insane.
be the, unless that was like 3 minutes and somebody was just like, come on, Will, you got to enjoy your moment for a little
What if
bit.
maybe that's Will's way of saying, let me get this out of my system until I disappear. Let me just have fun with my peers. I won. Let me have fun. You know, I got to show my face at this party. Denzel's here. All these celebrities here. You know, the Williams
Yeah.
sisters are here. You know what I mean?
So I'm hoping that was just, yeah, I'm hoping that was just one. They were like, come on, Will, have fun.
Yeah.
And they just played his Big Willie
That's
song.
probably what it, yeah.
And you know what I mean? Maybe he wasn't really just hella hype that night.
Yeah.
And that it was just that
I mean,
moment.
you gotta, I mean, if you were in his shoes, you just did some stupid, your friends are egging you on, you know, they're still on your side. There's,
Of course.
or it's either that or you going home feeling bad about yourself, you know, and who knows what you're going to do, because you just ruined the whole show in front of, you know, millions of people. You know, you're a meme now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
gosh, there's so many memes from this situation.
Celebrate that night, get out your mind, and deal with it tomorrow.
But the Academy said that today, they're going to either suspend him, expel him from the Academy, or rescind his award.
Whatever they do, just accept it. You did something stupid, just accept it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly. But everybody's
don't fight
now,
it, don't worry about it, don't protest it.
Yeah, but you know, of course, the world is saying, you know, well, they didn't take, you know, making it a black and white thing, but my thing is, those people did.
What's the black and white? Wait, who's making it what?
The people are making it a racist thing, saying that, oh, well, they should take Harvey Weinstein's Academy Academy Awards. You know, they should take Woody Allen's Academy Awards. You know, for the crimes that they've done. You know,
did you see that documentary?
but my whole thing is, Will was in the spot and disrespected the Academy. Because like he didn't, that's why he apologized to the Academy. Like this is what people don't understand. When you're an entertainer, you live to be a part of these prestigious academies and, you know, all these other, like the Grammys, being a part of the Grammys. It's like a thing. Like these are the highest honors for actors and actresses.
I mean, it's cool to win, but yeah, hopefully you don't do your craft because of that, but keep going. Yeah,
no, exactly. But it's like sororities. It's like fraternities. You know what I mean? It's like being a part of those things. Some people value those things. Some people find that as a status.
Okay.
Yeah. Not saying everyone, but I mean, that's kind of the highest honor.
Sure.
To be like, what are you acting for? I mean, yes, you want to like show your, you know, tell stories or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
you don't get into the game to get an award. You get in the game because of the craft and the money. If you get an award, sure, that's cool. And then your name, you know, there's more value to your name. Yeah, but without that, and you still keep getting work, hopefully because you're talented, right? We don't want to put that out there that you only do your craft because of an award.
No, not only reason, but it's the highest honor you could possibly receive. Why wouldn't you want it? And
if you
Will is an ambitious dude. Will is an ambitious dude. So he even said he's waited his whole life to win an Oscar. He wanted it for Pursuit of Happiness. He wanted it for what was that other show he did? There was another one that he was supposed to
Concussion.
No, but he's been in some great movies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Men in Black. No, I don't know.
An award for Men in Black.
I don't know. But you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just
so what are you saying? Like
this is his thing. Like this is what Will wanted, but now he's gonna lose it. Now he's gonna lose it.
You have to accept it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He has to. Yeah. And he will because he knows what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
But other people don't see what he did as a problem.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
Right. But that's why what bothers me most about all of this is how the world, society just doesn't have respect for anything anymore.
Fuck them. That's why they're gonna be gone.
That's
That's
what
what
they're gonna be, is
that's why
commenting on social media
that's
of
why our
other
world
people.
is being destroyed, because you guys are oversensitive. This world's going to hell in the handbasket.
I won't disagree with you. I won't, but I don't know. People, we gotta do better though. We have to we don't know what's right and wrong anymore. I think that's my biggest problem. Like, we
When
don't
you
know
blame
what's
that on the shows like Real Housewives and all those reality TV shows that people are just going at each other for no reason.
like, it's okay to go to a restaurant, a really nice restaurant, and throw water across the table or shake the table or
Yeah.
start a fight in a
Or it's
restaurant.
okay to go in a restaurant and start twerking in front of the
Right.
white people with your big ass.
Man,
Ugh.
I don't know. I like this whole thing. I hope it passes, but he probably will lose his award because he did that on TV. It wasn't like after the fact. He did it at the Oscars. He was in that venue.
I think he should keep it because he did officially win. But
And it was a criminal act.
I think he should keep his award because he did win, but I also think I think he should be suspended.
Yeah, from the Academy, but
yeah.
Right. It's like, you got your one Oscar. Move on. Go be a Buddhist or something, dude. Like, go deeply reflect.
Yeah, because you're a rich dude. You're probably good for forever. So it's not gonna be anything big. Just disappear, man. Do what Russell Simmons did. Because I think that was the smartest thing he could have done. Because Russell Simmons knows he probably did half of those 80% of the things that he did. There's a documentary out. There's different women with the same story. So you haven't seen the documentary?
No. What's it called?
It's free on YouTube. I forgot. You gotta Google it.
Okay. Wow.
It's insane. And but yeah, he bounced the volley and did his thing. So he disappeared, and then it kind of lightened the load. So when he did make a comeback on his Twitter and stuff like that, he still has fans. He still has fans on Instagram. He's posting.
Yeah, I think I follow him on Instagram, but he's not as active. He don't really say much.
Yeah, because sometimes there will be some women on there getting that.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, and with all this said, like, we have to, not that Will's looking for our approval or anything like that, but people, we do have to forgive people for their
it's going to take time though. That's what I'm saying.
Outbursts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to disappear.
But there's still consequences for our actions, people. I'm sorry.
Disappear.
So
got to disappear. That's why Kanye's been quiet this whole time.
Yeah, well, he's been at soccer practices with Kim, so he's fine.
Just taking care of his kids.
So, until she pops up with what's his name?
Pete
at one of the soccer games. Then
Skeet. I don't think Kim's that stupid.
Yeah,
she's just like Pete. You don't want that baggage. You don't want all them kids. She got 4 kids. You don't want to deal with a woman. You had your fun with her. Now move on. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody who don't got kids, bro. Don't be that. That's a dumb move right there. You don't mess with single moms, man. She got
not if you're not serious.
It don't matter if you see, even if you are serious. You too young. It's like Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore, and they got married. And look, they got married. Stayed for how long? For a few years. Then they got divorced. Then Ashton marries Mila and has 2 kids with her. Because Ashton in the beginning said he didn't want kids. Now look, because he grew up. How old is Pete Skeet?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Late 20s. Come on.
He looks old. He looks like he's 73. But I don't know.
You fucked up.
Wait, let me stop. I might get slapped. Like,
no, he a comedian. He'll take it. He can take it.
No, I don't know.
He's a comedian.
Will Smith is a comedian.
Will Smith is not a comedian. Don't do that.
He was. Hello, wasn't what's that show? What's his Bel Air Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was comedy.
That's a script show.
Yeah, but he's still a comedian.
Don't do that. Don't put him in that category with comedian. That's disrespectful.
Well,
maybe you should get smacked.
No, but he is comical.
He
always had jokes.
Though. He don't do stand up though.
No, he don't.
Comedians do stand up.
Yeah, but he still tries to consider himself as being humorous. Wait, and did you see that clip where he was on Arsenio Hall show and he was making fun of the band member that had a bald head,
who was also laughing when he was saying that stuff? So yeah,
but he had alopecia. Okay. So it's just kind of weird how things come back around.
How the internet brings back your past.
Yeah,
because people were digging. They can't wait to be the first.
Yeah,
people
find clips. Boy,
people got hyped when they thought that Chris Rock apology was real. How many people put that up on their Twitter? Man, Chris Rock finally had a statement like, no, it's fake. You didn't do your research. You just want to be first.
Yeah, and they denied it. Like his camp definitely said, nah, we didn't do that. Because like, dude, he's a comedian.
Yeah, we already established that.
Exactly. Yeah. We're not going to keep going in circles, but I think that's everything we covered. We might have to revisit Will in this situation in the future after I read the book, and I'll have a better understanding of him. But it is not too much more that I need to know about this situation. Like, I get it.
I think
you know what I mean?
I've heard everybody and their mama, even Jesus and Buddha's commentary about it. So I think I'm personally done. But like I said it what I had to say. What they should do. I hope they disappear. Everything cool down. Maybe we can just get back on Ukraine.
Get back on. Hopefully they get done with their stuff.
And Biden spent wasting money.
Yeah, well, Trump. did you hear that Trump was asking Putin to get some evidence or more stuff on Biden? That's what his latest call for help from Putin. I know. But anyways, that could be another show. But yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Let's just keep things light. Let's remember what comedians are here for. And let's respect prestigious organizations if that's what you're into. And if you're oversensitive, especially about alopecia, don't go to a comedy show ever, because if you're sensitive about that, you'll be sensitive about everything else. So keep your oversensitive ass at home. Yeah. And alopecia, I mean, a lot of it is due to stress, but I think some of it might just be hereditary. It just happens. Stress, that's it, and it's not harmful. It's just you losing hair. That's it. Yeah, but a lot of women love their hair, so it's hard for them. Most of y'all wear wigs anyway. What are we talking about? A lot of people don't wear wigs. I mean, people do, but not everybody. That's a generalization. I don't have a wig. We've been generalizing this whole time. No, but yeah. But I don't know. I just think, well, we already said it all. Yeah, I was just trying to close out. You just jumped and added more on alopecia. Right. I was done. Well, I guess we're done. I'm like trying to think. I don't want it to end. I was doing my conclusion. Not playing. Okay, bye.